Wow.
Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Excellent. Congratulations on your first. Temtic, good morning. Well, good afternoon. Boom, hello. Wow.
Wow.
Sukilos, hello. I see you got the #1 clip badge, Sukilos, from all the clips you were making yesterday during the stream. How is everybody doing today? Did you all have a good whatever you did yesterday? What was yesterday? Was yesterday Saturday? I think yesterday was Saturday. Yeah, my efforts are paying off. Fair enough. That's what I want. Oh. It felt like a Saturday. Oh, that's good to you. Felt like a Saturday is always a good thing. What did I do? Yes, I was working on my spawning system, which mostly works. I mean, well, I suppose it works. I feel like one thing I do need to do that I've realized now is when you press start, it actually needs to start. What is this? That's the upgrade. That's not the one. This is this one. So is this the right one? Like wave 1 delay should just be 0. Spawn group. Pre-group delay should just be 0. Let's try that. What does that do? Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I feel like it didn't work. It definitely didn't work. We'll have to add a 3, 2, 1. Or I was calling it fight with UE Skybox because it had some gain default material that wouldn't be changed until I verified the files in Epic Launcher. That's weird. That doesn't happen too often. I had a sandwich from the store that went out of date yesterday. I forgot about it in my fridge. I wonder if it's still good. Well, there's only one way to find out. As long as it's not moldy and the meat hasn't turned slimy. I guess if we don't hear from Hexic, we know what went wrong. Interesting. So that has to be a number greater than 1. Okay. There's one small step for a man, but a giant leap for mankind. You needed a comma. So, so spawn manager. One of the things that I wanted to do today was get waves working, because waves don't currently work. There's only like a single wave. My god, Bubbles is having the time of her life today. Did you actually hear Bubbles in the background there? Or was it just me? No, no here. Okay, so the microphone is doing good things. Yeah, but the microphone always picks up when the police go past. What does that say? Newbies! Boom, how was your stream this morning? Damn chick, I played your game. I was playing it this morning. It's pretty good. I had the AI glitch, which was confusing. Sila, what are you making today? I am making the waves. So at the moment, we've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, but we only have one wave that spawns, so we've got like the groups that work at the moment. Eventually. Does this work? No, this does not work. So this spawns all my enemies in little groups like this. Where is the game dev thing? Not that one, this one. So the individual block is a enemy, then the green blocks is a group of enemies. So this would be, it would start like this. It would start on the left, so it'd be enemy, 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 enemy. Then there'll be a space, and that would do however many times, and that would be what we call a group. Then we can have multiple groups inside each wave, and then the blue one is an actual wave. So currently we have this working, so the green part's working. And I need to have the wave parts working so that I can actually have multiple waves. AI glitch is already solved right after the jam ended. Box went clear. Doesn't smell slimy and it's not moldy. Well, it sounds pretty good then. The other thing I wanted to do was in my debug menu over here, I wanted to add another one. Which connect there, and I need this. What did I want this one to do? I wanted it to. There was another variable I had that I needed to actually keep track of, which was it was a group something. It was the amount. The amount gets done there. Where's the amount get set? There's too much spaghetti everywhere. But the game was pretty good, Temtic. I was a bit confused. Like, when I started the game, I was super confused. And I didn't understand some of the symbols. Like, I didn't know why that guy was like... I thought when I delivered a meal to the guy and it had the X on the plate, I thought that meant that I sent him the wrong thing, and I was super confused. I didn't realize until later that meant take my plate away. Yeah, we don't have a plate icon. Yeah. So I found that a bit confusing, but other than that, it was pretty good. I failed miserably. I failed quite miserably at it. Usually expiry dates are a cover their asses things for vendors and stores. A day or two may just be a bit stale, but it won't be dangerous. It's funny because it also depends on what it is. So for example, when I buy like lettuce, it'll say like best before and it'll give a date. And that lettuce is still like, it looks exactly the same for like the first 2 weeks. And then after that, it starts becoming like, okay, this lettuce is becoming a bit dodgy. Milk and chicken always go bad on the date. Yeah, that's also true. Like meat products, I'm very hesitant. If I go to the store and it's like, oh, it's expiring today, I'm like, nah, this is for someone else who's a lot more brave than I am. I don't live this kind of life. Group spawn count. Am I doing that one? I think that's the one I want. Group spawn. We got spawn index, wave index, and spawn count. It's not spawn count. Maybe it is spawn count. That's not anyway. Cooked bacon can last for some time. Oh, my sandwich is a bacon sandwich. So if it's gone bad, then I have a bad bacon. Generally takes, so it also generally takes the same amount of time for milk to go bad, and chicken is just evil. Don't cook it long enough. You get sick. Cook it for too long, you go to the dentist. It goes off, you get sick. The chicken is almost dangerous. So we've got the spawn index, right? Spawn index, wave, group, spawn index, yes.
Hello there.
Hello, Bubbles. Spawn a dick? What? What do you mean spawn a dick? Where did that come from? No, basically, I have like 3 different variables. That sounds what you were saying. No, definitely not that. We've got spawn index. Maybe that's it. Maybe I need to actually articulate for once. So we've got spawn index. We've got group spawn count. And then, am I doing group spawn count? Group. Do I have 2 variables? That, yeah, I do. And then I wonder why I'm confused. We got spawn group and group spawn because that's not confusing. And it's that color, and this is just a sort of a repetition of the other one. So it's just saying that this one's repeating X number of times. You should know by now, Seculos. I never say speak clear and concise. Yeah. Hello, how are you doing? Okay, so if we have a look now, let's put some towers down. Group 1, 2. Wait, why is group just increasing? Group 4. Stream subtitles are moronic. They do not work at all. It's gotten particularly bad lately because sometimes I'll watch them and it gets it so wrong. I never turn them on anyway. I'm not sure if it's just that I speak, it's the way that I speak is not clear enough for it to understand. I find that the YouTube Because YouTube does a pass after the video is done. It basically does this whole pre-processing thing. And that seems to get it quite well. I was looking at it yesterday or this morning. I had them on because it keep accidentally turning them on, and they're literally so dumb. It might be... I'm wondering if I should... I think this is like a free one that's just done using the PC. I'm wondering if I should actually... There's like other ways of doing it. So you get like APIs that do it, and I wonder if getting an API to do it, where you actually have to pay for X number of words, might just work better. Because it would be nice to actually have one that's a bit more clear. What would be ideal is if I could train it on my voice. That seems sketchy. So spawn group 2, so... Now the issue is... The only amusement I get from them is when someone says my name and the subtypes are like... Succulent. Succulent. Up and that seemed to get it quite well. Polls looked like looking at yesterday, and I was a morning had a monarch is keen extender him on a mill side atomic according to subtitles. Maybe the subtitles are doing more harm than good at this point, if that's what it's coming up with. I need to have a... Okay, so what I need to do now is let's add this here. We can just move that down. We need to be able to know when we are spawning and when we're not spawning. Like the missile knows where it is, not by subtracting where it isn't. Braxton, hello. How are you doing today? If the UK government comes up with a program to scan subtitles first, you're getting flagged. Yeah, you're getting flagged first? Yes, I am. They might just send me off to comprehension school or speaking school because they're like, yo, we can't understand what you're saying, my dude. I'm okay so far. Glad to hear it. We don't know what he's saying. It must be dangerous. Send it off to a language expert. You have speaking schools? I'm sure there's speaking schools. I know you get like business training speakers that help you speak better in a professional environment. Stamper had a speaker trainer. That makes sense. If there's speaking schools in any country, it would be England. So what would our states be? Would be spawning, spawned, finished, and then, I don't know, like idle or not spawning. Maybe it would just be that. We're spawning or not spawning. So then the end of a wave is determined by all enemies dead and not spawning. Because how my current system works is as you spawn an enemy, it's to like a counter. And the issue with that is technically if you, or I say my current system, but it's my old current system that no longer works. If you use that system and you kill the enemies as they come out of the portal, you instantaneously like can win the round, which is not good. Which sounds like it's not a problem until you realize that I've got a tower that basically has unlimited range. Globalist clicker training. Let good boy click give treat. Because I have a series of delegates. Why I have so many delegates? Where is my delegates? Also, I tried this today because I thought it'd be helpful. It didn't work. It made me sad. Actually, I think this might just be because it's in the wrong file. Anyway. Let's start by just removing that. Then, what did I want to do? I want to have a look at my delegates, and I've got a whole bunch inside. Probably the game instance. That's usually where I like putting my delegates. I thought I moved this. Considering that I've set this whole class up, you would have thought that I did that, but apparently not. On settings initialized. Tower defense, game mode, subsystem. Ah, there they are. On wave start, on wave end. Edgewax, hello. I'm new here. Welcome in. How are you doing today? So on wave end. Now, I actually didn't give a description for what I'm expecting out of these, which is a bit of a problem. Because on wave end, realistically, that means that we've completely finished the wave. That means all the enemies are dead. And the tower is... not the tower, all the enemies have been spawned. I was just researching voice trainable closed caption after listening to your conversation. Is it actually a thing? Because you get the very generalized ones, and depending on what it's for, they seem better than others. I know, like I was saying earlier, is YouTube has one that seems to work probably the best out of the ones that I've seen, just because I've seen like the stream summary, not the stream summary, on my YouTube videos. I can go in and have a look at the automatically created captions that it does and see the full list, and that one is significantly better than the auto ones that I'm currently sending out. But it also could do with the fact that I don't speak as clearly as I should. So what we would want is configure wave data, that's fine. Spawn enemies. Under path visualization, not that. So handle wave is the signature that we use for creating. Now, there should be a state that is set. Now, what we should probably think about is who else needs to know the current state of that we're in. So if we're currently sitting as spawning enemies, who else, what other components, what other parts of the program need that? Because if the answer is there's other ones that need to know, hey, we're currently in the state of spawning, then this needs to be done outside of the class. Otherwise, it can be done all inside here. And let me just fix the one piece of code, which is handle like that. This one here. Let's just rename that. The suggestion I found was local vocal OBS plugin. It's supposedly voice trainable through Whisper AI. Best of luck, and sorry to drag you back off topic. I will make a note of that, and I will see what I can find for that. Thank you, I appreciate it. Lol, we don't have a topic yet, fair. I was watching Corey Taylor singing Pink Pony Club. Oh goodness. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had an actual topic in this stream. We've got a theme. The theme is get off topic. Let's see. So no. What is the theme? Distract Siler? Is that the theme? Is that the theme you're going to say? The theme is to keep Siler distracted so he doesn't get anything done. Ah. I feel redeemed with the theme. That's a good day. Good first day. Welcome to the club. That's fine. Actually, this can move up now. Let's see what else is there. That's all my debug stuff, which we'll keep as is. So what we need to do is on handle wave, we need to set the new state. So I'm gonna hang out more so you can do things, so I can do things like this. You're just gonna hang out more so you can do things like this. Ah, right, yes. My excuses and then my glasses on to read that. So, nope, we don't want that. Your reading improves when you don't have glasses on. Fair enough. They're holding me back. Attention's bad. I'm just thinking, so, wait, hold on. Let's have a look at this. So we've got handle wave. When we call handle wave, where's handle wave? Handle wave. That's this one. When this gets called, we need a reroute here for now. And this is where we now need to update the state that we are spawning, right? Well, actually, are we? We get that, we set that, we get that, we do that. This is when spawning starts. I wonder if it's one of those things where what you think you see isn't the same as what your brain sees. Possibly. So that's that point there. So over here, this is the starting point for spawning a wave. So we'll set state. So let's add a local variable. Actually, we can't add a local variable because I need... The odds of this being needed in code is kind of high, so let's delete that. So if it... Wait, aren't there only just two states? So it's just a boolean. I will just add a boolean then. Is spawning. And by default, that is false. So set. And that'll be true. Handle next group comes up to here, and here we'll start the next wave. So we'll do that, and then we'll say when we come into this point, we will say that spawning is complete. Like that. And what we are also going to do is collapse all of this into a function. Debug. Move that down. We will delete that. We'll take all of this. And we can move that to the right. So even though you think you see better with glasses, they make it harder for your brain to interpret the text. Actually, that does make sense. There's a struggle to get it from visual to verbal. It's like when people have a stroke and lose a side of their brain. They can still technically see the stuff with that eye, but the brain can't do anything with the information. So it's as though it doesn't exist. Ironically, words are recognized as objects unless it's a word you haven't been familiar with. That makes a lot of sense, actually. Weirdly, it does. Yay! I can put my glasses back on now. Ads break? Oh, never mind. Sorry, Temptic. It's actually, I suppose it's quite funny that we use a similar thing like that. Imagine taking the Taco Bar sound. To be fair, I had it before I realized it was on your stream. The Taco Bell bell. The only one. Temtic coming in like ads, finding some content. Temtic's a sub, he doesn't get ads. I'll turn on ads for subscribers, how about that? Man, I hate when that happens, when people do that. And I have turbo. I suppose with turbo, you actually wouldn't see why? Or would you still? Actually, I suppose the turbo would be the only way not to see ads. Make a run for the border. So we set. Oh wait, hold on. We do that. I wanted to add another one here, so the next one's going to be. Let's just make this a spacer 5. Then this is going to be. Actually, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 6. It's equally funny that Twitch lets you get random gifted subs. Oh wait, hold on, let me read the first half of your context. I love when people give me subs even when I already have turbo. That is pretty true. Yeah, I get subs. I've gone into a channel, watched for like 5 seconds, left, and got in a gifted sub, and I was like, well, that seems like a bit of a waste. I've been very impressed with streamers that use Sora fake ads when they take breaks. Really? What is that? Oh, spot a fake ad. Yeah, I generated a video. Ah, fair. I'm pretty sure the Taco Bell Bell was a synth presented that a sound designer decided to use for his ads. I get subs for a channel I've never visited. I wonder if you've like raided into those channels and that's why it thinks you should be using them. Or maybe it's at a point where, like, could it be that everyone's got a sub so it starts going outside of the channel? Like, you'd think that every person inside that channel has to be subbed before it would start doing it somewhere else. Gifted subs benefit the streamer, turbo benefits the viewer. Yeah. What? Wait, I wanted to add if we're currently spawning. Get. When I press play, that should say false. Why did my weird line thing not work? 4, 5. Super weird. The other one worked. Spawning false, spawning true. Hey, that worked. That actually that worked. What? And I probably shouldn't be this excited that the code there worked. Why does this one not work? Did I not connect it? Oh, because I named it wrong. This is just spawning. Congrats. I get really excited when my code works. You think I wouldn't because I've been doing this for a while and you'd expect my code to work, but when my code just works, it's more suspicious that it works at this point. Are you familiar with what? It's fluid flux. Not really. What is that? Ads generate about 0.01 per viewer. The police station in Congo used Manchester United's t-shirt as jail uniforms. What? Aren't they super expensive to get? So that's interesting. Congratulations, thank you. When my stream is much bigger, my ad revenue was maybe $6. Ad revenue is like, I think yesterday I made like 30-40 cents from ad revenue. And my favorite is when you get like the thing from Twitch, like, do you find Twitch a good place to support your income? I'm like, no. It's like, I live in London. That doesn't cover a coffee. I don't do it for that. I really don't. I was just got it out of a dump. Oof. People got mad with it. I get $7 to $8 a month from ads. Damn, you do quite good, Timchick. You had that 1 month though where you had that anonymous guy that came in and you were just, it was just like sub. It was just like, what? Water system for Unreal Engine? I haven't seen that water system for Unreal Engine. I've used this water system. Hold on, let me just press this. Main menu. Start. Select the level. Play. Does that work? No, it doesn't, because I changed how that works. So I've used this water. I've used the standard water system in Unreal Engine, which looks like this. There's a big market for misprints and overstock in Africa. Ah. So this is the standard Unreal Engine water system that I've used. Which is pretty cool. And my wet rocks. That was a lot of fun. I checked, it was actually 4. I guess I got a bigger raid that gave me more ad revenue. Ah, okay, fair enough. I also suppose it depends, maybe it also depends on time, what time you're doing it. Like at different times, different ads are being paid at different amounts. And then I can remember, so I have to go project settings, maps and modes, open that, close that, save. It's cool, thank you. What do you mean the one that you're talking about? Like, have you used it much, Ray? Well, the buttons broke. I guess if this list is empty, length is 0 equal and is false, wouldn't that mean that we're done? I suppose I don't do that. I suppose I'd argue that if we're doing that, then there's no point running this code. So in theory, actually, let's see if this even works. Because in theory, this should be empty. Well, let's check that. Let's go like this. Compile, save, play, start. Let's just add all the towers. Tourism eBay was so cheap, you should for real go and spend your life savings on a server. You see, you're assuming I have life savings to spend, Hexic. That's your first mistake. You disconnected it, didn't you? Yes, I did. I'm a professional programmer. I see you working on a spawn system. How do you get the actor to unspawn after using, for example, a car or a bike in an open world map? Sorry for asking. So I'm not. That's the funny thing. So I actually have this, you'll see here, I have a return to pull function. So in the type of game that I'm making, which is a tower defense game, because it's very repetitive in the enemies you use, when an enemy is killed, we actually just return it to the pool. So we basically got, so when I start the game, you'll see here's a whole bunch of enemies that I've already created, but you can't see them because they're They're actually invisible. And then as we need an enemy, we sort of request one and we use it. When it dies, we return it to the pool, and that just makes it invisible. If it is an item, an actor that you want to destroy, I think you could just call destroy on the actor. So for example, this is an actor, so let's just get a copy at 0, and then you can just call destroy, and that will remove it from the world. And that works in C++ and Blueprints. I got almost $20 in revenue this entire year because I minimized my ad roll. I don't stream for revenue though. That's not too bad. The thing is, I don't need the revenue from the streaming, so I do it for, I enjoy the streaming, enjoy interacting with everyone, enjoy showing my journey and that kind of stuff. So it's really is secondary. And then I take any money that I do get and then I end up spending it on stuff for the stream. So like I got a new camera when my last one died on me. I was quite annoyed by that because it wasn't very old. It was quite cheap though, so I get that. So we'll press play and we will do this. And then we'll press start. Do you see now these enemies lie on the floor for a bit and then they just vanish? When they vanish, they're being moved to their secret little hiding spot. They actually get set to become invisible as well. Thank you, I'll try. No problem. If you have any other questions, let me know. Was that the whole wave? So now what we can do is, since we're still running, we can just go like this, F9, and check the size of this. Okay, this is empty. So then what we can do is, if the length is 0 and spawning is not true, not Boolean. So if both of those are true, actually I'm going to go not again. Actually, we don't need to do this. And the reason we don't need to do this is it makes tick expensive. Or more expensive than it is. What we can do instead is, I believe this class has a function that tells us there's request, where's the return enemy? There's a return enemy function somewhere. We can just use that. Handle enemy spawn, handle the wave, handle death. Yeah. So when we handle the death, at the end we can take this and do a check. Is empty. If it is empty, we'll do our other check, and if it is, then we're fine. Doing anything on tick in a native class will make my co-worker engineers shrug. Doing anything in Blueprint tick will make them lose their mind. There's some of this I'm going to move in different places. Oh, I might move. I don't know for now. I'm going with the really bad approach of, as long as the tick time is less than, is not the bottleneck, then I'm just going to use it. At least for this part. So this, we can just move to there. Because now we're not on tick checking if we've run out of enemies. We are only doing that when we remove an enemy. So we actually only do the check when we need the check. So that we don't need. And instead of doing that, we could just use is empty. We don't need that. We don't need that. So if is spawning, so this is true, and is spawning is false. If that's true, let's use a not boolean. I like the not boolean just because it makes it neater. Then if that's the case, we can call TD game system on wave end. Oh no, we don't want to assign it, we just want to call it. On wave end, call on wave end. And after that, we'll do a print string. And that will just say wave completed. So now we know that we need to start the next one. How long have you been working on Unreal Engine? Probably about 3+ years now. Maybe even longer at this point. How long has Unreal Engine 5 been out for? When did UE5 release? 5th of April 2022, so about 3 years. I started on Unreal Engine 4, but it was the end of Unreal Engine 4. Don't get me started on the internal designers have too little too much debate at work. Yeah, 3 years. What about yourself? How long have you been working on Unreal Engine for? What do you think about 5.7? There's some nice features in 5.7 that I like. Not sure there are any that I need for my game, so I'm not sure when I'm going to upgrade. You've been using it for 8 months? Nice. How are you finding it so far? Enjoying it? The tables have swiftly turned. Dun dun dun. So it's done, that's done. Let's check if this works. So we'll make it green because green is good. And we will press start. Oh, and he actually put some towers down. That's group 2. So on spawn group 2, so we should start for the next one now, and this should be the last wave. Oh, that's good. It's actually, that is good, but it is also bad. The reason it's good is because it means that we're calling the correct thing. The reason it's bad is it's using the wrong thing to know that the level's over, because the level's over, well, the wave is over, but the level's not over. There's still 2 more to go. Loving it. Busy with a massive open world game. Get there slowly, trying to make a NPC and storyline work. Nice. That's exciting. Things do take a while in sort of game dev and stuff. Ooh. Now I'm less of a floating head. I have like shoulders now. Edgewax, thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Now the fun part is finding where that delegate is being called in my code that's causing the end screen to be shown. Well, I know where it is. It's the game mode, because that's the only other place I would use it. What's weird, and maybe that's, I suppose this is what the problem is I like having this on wave end delegate, and what that should do is, for now, what it's going to do is it's just going to start the next wave and update the text. So this should actually be text here, wave 1. So 1 waves. I don't know why it says that actually. That might be a good place to start, funny enough, is why is the UI element wrong? If the UI, we find out why the UI element is wrong, and when the UI element is getting that information, we know what it is. Because it might just be a thing of, when I read that data file, I actually need to tell the game mode, hey, this is the number of waves that we have. Don't just YOLO end it. Let's go with the HUD. Widget BP HUD. Let's edit this graph. So it is the game mode, total waves, that's what it is. So this must be set to default of 1. So we set the wave count. Let's just add in a branch here. If this is equal to 1, Sada getting that sweet ad revenue in 1 minute. Yes, Gamion. You are correct. Please stay and get me that sweet ad revenue. Going to change the ads are coming. Sweet ad revenue coming in 1 minute. Stay tuned. Don't spend it all in one place. That's the trick. You can't. I want a monster. I want a monster. Actually, I just want coffee. It's a huge can. Wait, I thought monsters were a huge can. It's not a regular monster can. How is it? What? Except I need context. What is the standard milliliters? Oh, thank you. 500. What's the new one? 625. That's only slightly bigger. Katie, not a monster drink. It's a monster. This summer, get ready for ads like you've never seen before. 'Twitch has a feature where it shows a red dot if you mouse over the stream and click to throw a tomato. That could get more people to watch the ads if they could throw tomatoes at garbage at them. Tastes like monster. After all that, it wasn't a monster, what? Two minutes, that's rigged. How long? 1 minute left. You can actually do the setup for this, so UI common quickly while we wait for the ads to come back. Do. Is everyone back from ads yet? Yeah, it should be done. There we go. Maybe. You don't have ads, Tim. What are you talking about? I love when advertisers use memes like in this first ad. How's it going, fellow internet kids? Yeah. I get weird ads. Like, there was an ad I got the other day and I was just confused. I saw one ad, and it was one of the first ads I've ever clicked on. It was a Rubik's Cube that lit up, and I was like, yes, I want one. Because I've got like a collection of Rubik's Cubes. Like, I've got a fast cube, I've got a standard cube, I've got one that doesn't look like that is a cube, but the cube spacing isn't the standard cube spacing. Where is that cube? I know I've said cube a lot. It was on my desk. Tomorrow's Monday. It's a new week. I'm going to work tomorrow. I can't wait. I'm super excited. Don't remind me. Okay, Seculos, tomorrow is not Monday. My workplace added a job board to the internal website. Exciting. To see if something interesting... So now I can see if something interesting I could pick up for myself. Nice. So to get total waves... Actually, why do this? I'll be right back. I have returned. So now if I see something interesting, I can pick it up for myself. Do 2 jobs. So let's not do this. And instead, TD game mode subsystem. And let's create a new thing. We're gonna have to compile that, save that. Let's do... Where's my TD game mode? There we go. So... what do you want to call this one? On wave count update. Then we go to this. We go duplicate. My cat saw me get up, and now my cat's like, oh my gosh, you got up. It's time for you to give me something. Shmshnacks, you wee bastard. Data for notifying about when the wave count is updated. So that's what we want, like that. So on wave count updated, and that should be it, right? Save. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to gracefully close down the engine instead of just yeet it down, because that's usually what I do. I feel like I'm like missing a part here. Like, am I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's because this is used in like a ton of blueprints. Fine. I love delegates. Delegates are my favorite thing in C++. Where's the cat gone? I know she's here somewhere, and I'm like too scared to move my foot in case I kick her. I think 50% of owning a cat is just the cat makes you feel bad for tripping over the cat when the cat personally stands behind you. So the second that you stand back and you stand on their tail, it's like they make you feel like you've just destroyed their entire. And the engine should have been, there we go. Okay, that we could close, that we can go back to here. On wave count, bind event to on wave count update. And let's go with begin play, no, event construct, fine, we'll do that. We'll add a custom event dispatcher, we'll create a matching event. Update wave info, wave text. Like that. We will delete. We'll compile, we'll save, we'll close down the engine. We won't save that because I forgot to give it a parameter. It's a multi-delegate with that, and it's going to be a int 32 wave count. Save. Doesn't need anything else. Nope. I recently got a new clutch pencil that I use for taking notes and stuff. And normally I'm not the biggest fan of clutch pencils because as you use it, it becomes sort of like dull on one side. But I found a clutch pencil that every time it touches the page, it rotates itself. It has this auto rotate function. Absolute game changer for clutch pencils. Wait, Braxton, are you still around? What kind of pencil? It's a clutch pencil. It's an automatic rotating clutch pencil. So every time, yeah, it's got a mechanism in every time it touches the page, it rotates the tip of the clutch pencil so that you don't wear out one side as being flat. Why does it need that many features? So you get almost sharp lead clutch pencils. Because if you've ever used a clutch pencil, as you draw, it becomes less and less flat, you can just rotate the pencil. No. Then I'd have to manually do that. This one does it for me automatically as I use the clutch pencil. It's glorious. What do you... Did you just... My cat is... I'll be right back. The cat's being dumb. The cat decided it would be a good idea to try and sample some dust that she found on the floor. So now I've taken her away and given her some treats. I admire fine writing instruments. You see, it's not just me. There's a series of, like, I keep seeing adverts for these pens that I want to get. I saw one recently, so I've never owned a fountain pen, mostly because they seem like a pain to own. But I found one that seems to like solve a lot of the problems that you normally have with fountain pens, and I'm like, I need that pen. And this is coming from the person who has like 50 of the same pen. Well, okay, not 50. I've got about 10 pens on my desk at the moment, most of which are the exact same one. Because it's redundant for anyone with a functioning wrist. Oh, they are. I collect. I like having... Also, I enjoy quite a heavy pen, I've discovered. So when you get like a metal pen that's got like a bit of weight to it, I find it so much fun to draw with or write with. We got... But there is that extreme. And then we got these new pens at work that are for like promotions. The top of the pen over here has a part that spins like a fidget spinner. So I continuously sit there with my pen and I spin the top part. It's more fun than it should be. A heavy pen for signatures is a must, yes. I had the same mechanical pencil in 2015 that I used in university. Nice. You see, a good pen still can last. It's a Pentel P209, the best pencil I've ever owned. Oh, I know those. I've seen them before. So the one that I have is... Oh, God. That's not the one, is it? There's so many of these. Ah, it's this one. So I have this one, which is just the It's a Uni Kuratoga advanced pencil. Like, where's the mechanism to make rotation? I want to see what the rotation thing looks like. I suppose that's what it looks like. AliExpress has it for 99p, 99 cents. I prefer soft 0.9. I don't like, so I like 0.7. I enjoy 0.5 is oh no, wait, sorry. HB is fine. H I don't like. I really hate H. H feels like you're scratching the paper. I think like 2B is fine, and then above that it feels like it's just too soft. So this should now work. H was popular in the day with carbon paper. I didn't know that. Carbon paper. Oh. I suppose you kind of wanted that sort of harder, pencil tip to sort of get the full use of it out. For making duplications, you can use carbon paper between two sheets. Yeah. I used to see people do invoices like that with the carbon paper between two things. My preference mostly comes from working in lighting that reflects really well on pencil writing. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense. Okay, so this should just magically work now. Then what we're going to do is inside you, when we do the initial setup, so when we do this, we load all of this, we do that, finish loading data. Is it after that? Handle, configure, build pool. Do we save outer rows? That's spawn group. So get length. So num. Num is going to be -1. Minus. Actually, what we can just do is this. Get length. Nope, not that. Length. -1. TD game mode subsystem. Call update waves. Count. And that will be that. And that should now be all correct. Plus, if I use it for handwriting, music notation, the soft letter is easy to make notes. Edit. Yep, that makes sense as well. I suppose there's all these use cases for these kinds of things. Softlet has a more binder than docile, and binder the docile, the finish, or the graphite. So you're exactly on the point. Dells. Hello, Braxton. Braxton has his copy. So, Braxton, yesterday on your stream, we were talking about cabin air pressure. So, I'm not sure if you or I missed it, but it was basically in reference to the SpongeBob thing, where SpongeBob was talking about the taste of food at in an aircraft at higher altitude. One of the things that Airbus is trying to do, so cabin pressure is usually, even when you're at like 35,000 feet or 40,000 feet, the cabin pressure is anywhere between 6,000, the equivalent of being at 6,000 to 8,000 feet. And I think Airbus is trying to bring that number down now, which means that the cabin has to be more pressurized at a higher altitude, which obviously puts more strain on the aircraft or the frame. But obviously that has a lot more advantages, one of which means you can have more, like the air inside can be air conditioned better, so you can have more water in the air, so people dehydrate less. And because it's at a lower altitude, it doesn't affect the taste as much, or it affects the taste less. So I was like looking, and some of the newer aircrafts have humidifiers built in. It actually adds humidity to the air so that people have less, feel like they're sitting in a desert. If you're cooler air, then the relative humidity is going to plummet. Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, so there's like, they're trying to basically increase cabin pressure to improve the experience. Because if you ever noticed at higher altitudes, you really only taste, I can't remember which parts of your taste go down, but one of the things you can taste is salt. So generally, I think salt at higher altitudes, they add more salt, I think, to the food so that it actually has more of a taste. Because everything gets like, basically becomes more dull in flavor. It's a whole science thing for like, so the people that actually prepare food that goes onto aircraft, there's so much that has to go into it. That's why airplane food scientifically sucks. Yes. There's part of the reason the food is as bad as it is because what they're trying to compete with is basically a reduced palate. There's like there's like tons of information about actually what happens, and give it a bit more information. Makes sense since taste is both olfactory and tongue based. Yeah. So you can taste salt. I think you could taste sugar as well, but some of the other flavors get very heavily diminished. I'm gonna put this into a function. Update wave count. Do we have a max wave count? Set. How's Aircan noticed a convo about pencils? Where did we go in that direction? I embrace the old topics. Show a procedural butt. I was talking about a clutch pencil that I recently got, Braxton, where as you write, the lead gets rotated. So every time the tip of the pencil touches the paper, it automatically rotates it. So what that gives you is a clutch pencil where the tip never gets dull because it's continuously rotating it. You've almost got like a sharp point, which is super nice. So I was talking about the weird pencil that he has way too many features about. Ah, yes, the OvenJet pencil. I've seen one of those, but never bought one. I got one recently. I'm a huge fan of it. But yes, it's a heavily over-engineered clutch pencil. I mostly use 2mm lead clutch pencils. Ooh, that's very thin. This is a 0.5? It's 0.5. I wouldn't go thinner than 0.5. 0.5 I feel is actually a bit too thin for me. Sometimes, like I prefer about 0.7. And then we also got onto the discussion about pencil hardness. There's thinner than 0.5. Yeah. The problem with mechanical pencils with the auto rotate is that you have less need for exotic over-engineered antique pencil sharpeners. Exactly. It saves time, okay? You don't have to go and like sharpen the pencil. No, you just it's just all about the speed. That's so funny. I have another clutch pencil set that's got up to like 0.9, I think. And that actually comes with a sharpener because it gets so dull so fast. But you're missing the ritual. Listen, there's an art to sharpening pencils. True. I remember sitting in high school and we were using like HB, just standard HB pencils, and I didn't have a sharpener with me, so I used to use a pocket knife to sharpen my pencil. Ah, the good old days. So that's done. Then we need to go to the game, BP game mode. Actually, let's see, does this work? 30 waves. That's not correct. To be fair, there are some amazing mechanical pencils and vintage pencil sharpeners. I haven't really looked. That could be something to look at. Barrel sharpener is the best. That's why they used to use. But they're terrible for color pencils. It gums up the grooves. I've done this before. Ah, okay. Made of oil or wax. Aren't color pencils for art nerds. Aren't color pencils for art nerds. Not always. I use them for like highlighting or writing notes in different colors because I like colors. Sandpaper unlocked. And it's sticky and falls the sharp grooves in the barrel. So what we've discovered is this piece of code doesn't run. Spawn list test 5 map. Next. Numbers 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to be setting 2 as the max wave. Actually, no. The number of the max wave is actually that. Because it's not index based. So that works, and we call this So why do you in my HUD not work? Yeah, it never gets cold. Bind event to on wave count update. Maybe it's before this is constructed. What software is this? Can you do hyper casual phone games? Yeah, I'm sure you can. This is Unreal Engine. And you can build for phone apps. Just select the platform, Android. Or iOS if you don't really, if you want a headache. But then you probably need to run this on a Mac. My guess is this is constructed later on. Hyper casual sounds like an oxymoron. With Unreal Engine, yes. Even a simple phone game is a lot of work. What we could do, and maybe this is actually a better idea, is in here, instead of, that's begin play. Let's try call this here and see what happens. Nope. Okay, so we have to do it the other way. Hyper casual for when you actually don't feel like playing anything, but you compulsively need something open on your phone. I may have some app ideas in my future. You mean like a movie? Just make an auto YouTube scroller. AI prompt out of the AI prompt. Outline of a phone game in which your phone opens apps and you close them. Wait, do I have? Yeah, that runs. I know that runs. So this has to do with when stuff is constructed. Let's see if BP game mode. Where does... So let's go TD game mode. Bind event to on waves update. Like that. And see if this runs at the correct time. So custom, let's default, no, add event, add custom default, not that one. Event dispatcher, create event, create matching function, or event actually. Date wave count, because if this works, I might just do it this way, and then we just go total waves, set. And we'll go F9, compile, save, press play. So, no, that doesn't work. So this must be constructed before then. So is there like a... So I need to find the later construction thing. iPhone simulator, make that app. Make an iPhone simulator app for the iPhone. You know you wanna. So we've got begin play, then we've got this one which takes place. Dun, dun, dun. I am at least making a wallpaper app. Go nuts making Android simulator for Apple and iPhone simulator for Android. Then make experiences that experience the fantasy of what it's like to do the other side of the whole. That sounds like a horrible thing to do, Tony Cog. I didn't know Android users would feel about their phones dying in mysterious water damage. And it does include a simulated broken screen. Bro, it's just a game. I don't think they would be very happy by that. Okay, why don't we just start simple? Just make a simulated screen breaker. How to get the most out of your cease and desist letter from Google. Oh. Wait, I think I know why this is a problem. Let's do this. Plot twist, trying to execute iOS API on Android causes a pop-up window that just says fuck you. Declare multi-delegate F on game mode. Really. We'll just do it like that. And this is why I don't make phone games. These companies have no sense of humor. But you can make an AI video ad for the game as a parody. That doesn't make sense. They'll be laughing to the bank when they sue you. Where from? Right now, I live in the UK, but I am from South Africa. I'd ask where you're from, but you have ZSA in the back of your name, so I think I know where that is. That is fine. Oh my god, my book came. What did you do to it? South Africa, bro. That's trace. Build phase delay. This probably needs to be removed. I bought Free to Choose by Milton Friedman. It's a book about capitalism. Fair enough. I want to do game subsystem. Is it not TD subsystem? It's right there. Call game mode ready. In my 20s, we had an essay person in our friend group. She said, "Damn, dude, more than I've ever heard in my life." Use that phrase more than anyone used that phrase in my whole life. They let you buy that in the UK. For now. This one can stay the same. This one. That we can make some space. Actually, we'll do that like that. TD game mode subsystem. On game mode ready. That, delete that. Add event. That, not that one. What do I want? I want a custom dispatch. Create event dispatch. That's what I want. That goes in there. We connect that like that. That can go into that one. There we go. So that will just mean we'll make a matching event, which will be handle game mode ready. So when the game mode is ready, then we will call our little function that can stay there. So we'll have some segregation between those two. Then this is, wait, this is the base enemy. Why are you doing this in the base enemy? Base enemy can be closed. That can stay there. It's this one that I want. This one. There we go. So that on enemy loose, and that on level on game mode ready. No, we don't want that one again. We want a dispatcher, create an event like that. Why don't you just be the same but different? You see, like that one. That like that. Make a matching event. Handle game mode ready. Go back up to the top of this monstrous class, not that one. X, B, that, and we'll see if that now works. I get arrested once I finish it. Or thought crimes. Imagine getting flagged by the UK gov for engaging in free trade. They went around letting people pay what they think for stuff is worth instead of what we say it's worth. Do you know how to get an action key like F key only to work when overlap with the collision box? Yes. I've got an idea of how to do it. There's like a few ways of doing it. So for the collision box, you can basically just set up that like I would set it up inside the collision box, well, inside the code that handles the collision box. So for example, if I take my enemy code and we open the parent, and we open that one, there's a collision box in here. Then at the bottom on the right, if you scroll, when you select the collision box, if you go all the way to the bottom, you've got an on component overlap. On component hit, wake, sleep, begin. Is there no overlap? Where's the overlap? On click, on hit. Here, on component begin overlap. You do that, and basically then you can do the check. There's bubbles from SA as well. Yes. Now that you've got that, you basically only do stuff when that button is pressed. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. You only do stuff when that button is pressed if this is true. So on begin overlap, you can set like a variable to true, and then on begin overlap end, you can set the variable to false. So when that variable is true and the button is pressed, you do the code or whatever you want, or show whatever you want, that kind of stuff. Bubbles is also from South Africa, both from South Africa. Boom. And then what we can do is, and it works. Hooray, F9. So if I press play now, there we go. So 3 waves. So what happens now? Thank you. You're welcome. If you have any more other specific questions, you're welcome to send me a message and I'll see if I can help you. If we press start now, that's group 2, which is technically 3. Now we're on 2, which is technically, no, yeah, 2 is technically 3. So that finishes and it does that, which is not what we technically, did I actually ever, if I go to my game mode, now that we've done that, where is this variable used? Level info, wave data, not that one, array index, map, no, what is it? Wave numbers. Oh, that's wave number, not total waves. That's why. Set. So total waves is used, find by name. Technically it's used here, but do we even use any of this? Get current level name. Let's just put this up here. Total waves. In game mode struct. All on level start, which this is wrong though. I'm gonna remove that now. Call on build phase start. That can be fine. This I'm not too happy with. In-game player lives, that we don't use anymore. Where is on level start used? Total waves. I'm actually just going to disconnect all of that. On wave update. That we can keep on. fine. That is one long ass piece of text. Bye, Hexec. So then game mode probably does a check somewhere for level. It sounds like an infection. Because I would say that all of this is no longer needed. So get current level name, delete. That we can keep. And move all of this out. Delete that. Move this down. That can go there. Level info, find, reference by name. It's not used. Test map. Enemy spawn, build phase, wave data. Find by name. Start wave. Set wave to spawn. BP enemy spawner. That we don't need. Cider, are you refactoring the refactor? Yes! Sort of. Where's my enemy spawner? Find references to that, because that we don't need. So here's start wave or end game. Which is fine. This we don't need. That we can, that's fine. That we can keep here. This should actually just work now. Let's actually put some towers down and see what happens when we end the wave. I broke something. Spawning is true. This should never have been called. There is no reason that you should have been called, my dude. What did you break? It's not what I broke, it's what I didn't break. But you have to refactor in order to refactor. The refactoring and certain factors complicate the refactoring of the factors. Yes. Why don't you just take the shortcut to the end portal? No. I think what we do is we go into here and we have a start wave, which does nothing. We have an end wave, which is start or end game. On wave end. Where is that? When is that being called? I want to know this. Press play, start. Because it seems like the first enemy dies and then the wave ends. So this guy's going to die. Why? Who called you? On wave end. This is where I wish it was C++, just because I would have a stack trace. Good, these monsters don't know how to climb. I know, right? That would be too easy. So that's being called, which is the problem. There's actually two problems. It's problem one is that it's not respecting the count of the wave count. Just delete it. Not the worst idea. Actually, not the worst idea. But I need to find out why it's being called, because all the conditions I have, it shouldn't do that. Hey there. Got on the right one. Hello, Storm. How are you doing? Delete it, delete it, delete it. Before I delete it, I mean, I can just go like this. How about that? Would that make you happy? It's like deleting, but not deleting. It's disconnected. So then let's go find references by name, and you are bound to that. So you're being called on wave end, right? So now who is calling on wave end? So find, oh, I can't do that. So find all, call on wave end. The only place this is being called is here. Disconnect, like my sense of reality after picking up beer. Start, so let's just delete the first enemy. This is a great situation. It's not being called from here. On wave end. Aha! If the alarm... Motherfucker! On enemy removed. Check that all enemies have been spawned. Yeah, that would be a really good thing. Also, this is wrong. And the reason this is wrong is when this is being called, there's 3 enemies alive at this point. Like, brother, what the hell? I'd actually just go with like, let's just there. That's what we're gonna do. Alive enemies, wave enemies. Because we don't use this. Onset wave of enemy. This whole thing just needs to be just destroyed and set on fire. A brand new Pokemon game is coming out in a few days, so I'm gonna forget my UE game for a while. Nice. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more water. I have returned. Delete the ads. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna restart my whole game in UE. Learned a lot since I started and think I could do it better. Plus, I need to perfect my landscape textures. Nice. Well, I mean, progress is progress, right? So that's good. Like this. So there's so much stuff that I don't need in here. On enemy removed, to do check that all enemies being spawned. So let's actually not do this. So live enemies. Does this actually get called correctly? Hello, how are you? Thank you for just appearing out of the middle of nowhere. You've already had a snack. You're not getting another snack now. I need to click it faster. There we go. What version you are? I'm on 5.5.4. That didn't get added. That didn't get added. That didn't get added. Usage. TD game mode. So this just doesn't work. Wave number of enemies. I'm still on 5.4. Yeah, I'm still on 5.4. I'm on 5.4.4. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this, because that doesn't work. This I might consider leaving for now. That needs to be done in a different way. So I kind of want that to break like that. It's a TD game mode. We can just do that. This we're not going to do anything. Because actually I can remove this because that code is handled by the thing that should have it. Megalites came out and I realized my graphics card is too old to use the new UE features. Oh, damn. That's disappointing. Oh, here we go. So this is why. So this we don't need. Let's go like this. F10. That's there. So let's delete that. That can be removed. Onset number of enemies. That, go into the subsystem, that, delete that. Don't need that. And we don't need that. And then we don't need that. Those two deleted, we don't need them. It's all done inside the manager that handles that. So it's just like, it will tell us when we run out of enemies because it's moving them, it's spawning them, it's handling all of that. No one else needs to know about that. Like, if something else needs to know about it, we'll add it back. But for the time being, I'm stripping that out and it's being set on fire. Then what we can do is we can close Unreal Engine and restart it and see what breaks inside here. This should hopefully at least eliminate it being whoever is calling that the thing is done. What we will do next is when a wave ends, we will increment the wave counter so we can display what wave we're on, which is good. I think that's a good thing. And what else will we do? Apparently we'll have a nice stretch. We will, so after all of that, we'll then need to make the decision. So we'll do a check. If we're in a build phase, we will display the button that says, would you like to start the next wave? If not, we will automatically go into the next wave. It might be good to actually display a text like wave 1, go, or like wave 1, 3, 2, 1, go. My cat has just decided that she's going to get herself in a nice comfortable position. I know she's in a comfortable position because she's sitting on top of her paws. Not like this, like this. I can't get to the keyboard now, so I have to go over the little girl. Yes, you do have to go over, you pretty one. Get a cat, they said. It'll be fun, they said. I mean, it is fun, but now I have the weirdest armrest. It's a very soft armrest, though. So compile, save. There's no ways this just runs, right? Aha. Who's this? What is this? Oh, weren't we supposed to delete this? Who's upset here, and why are you upset? Disconnect that and just go delete. This class needs to be deleted. So now let's see, does this work? Right, so press. Where's my portal? Whoops. There's no portal. Ah, you know what we'll do? We'll just go like this. Oh, that's like 3 static meshes. Yeah, we don't need that. It's fine. We'll just press start. Start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should kill everyone, right? 2. So spawning is true. Enemies are dying. Still spawning. No idea. You see, the reason this doesn't work is we don't destroy enemies anymore. And I think that's how I tied this code together. I can make it work. That's not the problem. They're starting to get away. Oh, they already are starting to get away. I need my hand, Tanith. I need my hand. Okay, so false is done, which means that the wave is complete, which is actually good. This is what we wanted. We wanted... We wanted the wave to end and then just sit there. So now it's announced that the wave is finished. So now we need it to make a decision. Which is inside here. So we press stop. Let's add another one of these. So on wave end, let's put it next to it. Let's copy that. On wave end. We don't want that. We want an event dispatcher. Dispatch. Dispatch. That, and that. We want to create a matching event. Handle next wave. So we'll handle the next wave, and we'll do a branch and check. Now we'll say, we'll do the second part in a bit. Let's say that we're not in a build phase. So is build phase thing? So let's say it's not true. So we're not in a build phase. That means that we just start the next wave. So now we go... where's the wave index? Wave index. Get the wave index. Wave index plus. So that's this one. Press Q. Zoom in. So wave index plus. And now I can call wave start. And wave start should... Personal Heidi. Hello, how are you? Are you well? Does anyone remember Tattletale? Yes. Does that tell you my age? Why? Have you come here to Tattletale? Oh, the horror video game released late to 2016? No, that was not what I thought it was. So we call wave start handle wave. Where's handle wave? Handle. This spawning is true. Get the data table. If the wave index is thing, that wave index. In theory, this should just work now. So now we just call handle. Wait. What is handle next wave? Handle next wave. Oh, that is ourself. Oh. Let's rename you. Start wave. Start wave. Do you like horror games? Personal? Is that why you're asking? Is that your favorite horror game? Cool, so spawning is true. We're on wave 0. So that ends, and now it starts wave 1. And for some reason, it crashes. Because whoever called this requested an enemy that doesn't exist. Which is good. I have an idea of where it is. Okay, so now we know that when wave 2 starts, there is a problem. It's weird that when you're doing like progress and stuff in a game and you see something crash like this, you're happy to see the crash. Or at least I am. Because the crash means that I've gotten to like the next stage where I need to go and fix something. Oh, have I annoyed you? I'm sorry. North, hello. How are you doing? Stalker. Bom, bom. So wave 2. Aha, there we go. So we need enemy A actually support spawn 10 enemy Bs. Save, then wave 3 is going to be enemy C and enemy A, and it'll spawn 5 each and save it. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we are spawning. We have some number of enemies. So this is wave 1. We actually need the wave thing in the middle to update the wave count. So this is wave 1. Actually, technically wave 2 by index, but it's fine. These spawn super fast. Good. Now wave 3. Technically no wave 3. Ah, so what we do, yeah. That's the point where we clear it, we can do the announcement for, yay, you did good. How are you doing today, North? Did I ask that? I can't remember. So, start wave. Let's do a check. Max wave get greater or equal to this. Branch, that. If it is true, we do that. False, it's that. Otherwise, it is. What is it? Game mode. TD subsystem. Game mode subsystem. Because I have to call this first. Game mode subsystem on level suppose if we just call on level 1, we'll see. That should be everything we need.
Getting hype when I aim up, elevating that game up, stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm with it till they digging up.
And the other thing I want to change is in my HUD. This is the wave indicator, which actually doesn't make sense to me because of how I've set it up. First of all, there is not waves, there's just wave. So we don't need this. We don't need this. What? Where, Temtic? You did not talk to me, right? I don't see what it is. In Temtic server? How is your game going, Semtic? We can delete that. We can set that to there. We can go to here. We can delete this. We'll go like that. Let's get my notebook. That one. That notebook. That's going to go in there. That's going to just be wave. And then wave 1. That's what we would have. So it'd be wave and then wave number. That. It's going to be like that. That's going to be wave number. Make string text. Make text? Make text. Is that what it is? That's what we want. We want to get the translations. And we want to get wave from the translations. Since when did ChatGPT become utterly useless? It's become very, very slow of late. That needs to be this, like that. That needs to be that one. Save that. And this should now just magically work the correct way. Wait, you did it wrong, didn't you? You did. So that's the wave number, that's the wave count. That's the total wave, though. I should have a delegate that actually solves this problem for me. So on wave count, update on total wave. Total waves. I believe it. It compiled correctly. I have to go now and update the game mode as well. So I've got to remember there's two pieces I need to update. So firstly, the game mode needs to be updated. This one. So that's the wave count, which is for some reason updating the total waves, which actually doesn't make sense. Then update total. So custom event. Update total wave count. That goes into there. That's going to have a matching input, which is actually, you know what we do? We do it the easy way. We go like this. We Control C. We delete that. We scroll up to the top. We get one of these. We go bind event to total wave count update. We go dispatch matching event, paste that, put it in there, set that like that. Put that up there, put that one over there, and then we should actually have wave number set. So that is correct now. Then we can scroll back to the top, take all of these, make some space. Should be enough. Bring you out. Copy you, paste you, put that there, move you to the down position. That, put you back, move you up. And that should be all of it. So that's this part done. Now we need to go back to our enemy manager, and in the enemy manager we've got a call that happens after it's ready. Configure wave data, handle that, start wave, next group, spawn, event enemy, handle game mode ready, update wave count, which technically is correct. Let's actually rename this total wave count. Total wave count, and then this will actually be call on total wave count update, which will be this. That we can delete. We can connect you. So that's now the correct one, which is our total wave count. What we need next is, go back to the event graph. When we do this and we start a new wave, I wonder, at the end of the wave, do we increase? No, let's do it only here. So here we'll call on wave count update. That will be the wave index. Like that. Like that. So that says new wave started. Kabish. Now these are, I believe, indexed to 0, which we'll leave. So if we go back to the HUD, where we have this is, where's the HUD element view? +1. So now it says wave 0, which is it just says waves. Wait, does it update when I press start? It does not. This means this is not being updated, and this should say wave. File, save, play. See, that should have already triggered. Which means that inside of this, we have our delegate, which says bind event to on game ready, which is this one. Handle on game ready. Can I not? Is there no like shortcut to go to this? Oh, there it is. Update total waves. So that says we do that. We get the total waves and we set the total waves by calling on total wave count update, which is correct. And then what we can probably do as well is call on wave count update and set the wave count to 0, because we're on the wave count 0 and everything else will be indexed. And now that should actually, is that correct? Total wave and count, so it always gets set to 0 when we call that function, which is correct. F9, go back, play. Wave 1, start. Okay, wave 1 complete, and we have you back. Quit. Wave index, max wave. Now, which one of you wee bastards is the one calling us? F9, press play, B. Just like absolutely obliterate anything that comes out of there. Stop. So it's 1, 2, 3, it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be another 10. So we come into here, handle next wave, we step. Wave index is 0, so now wave index is 1. Max wave count is 3, so the condition is true. Is max wave larger than... How did you mess that up? Is that greater than or equal to the max wave? I feel like that was working, so why is it not? Next. Condition is false. So we call wave update, wave 2, and it should start automatically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fantastic. Next, so this is the third wave, so this should be 2. Is 2 greater than or equal to thing? No, so it'll go into the continue. So that then says we're done with that. Wave index, max wave. So that should be call wind, done. So the loop works, finally. Why do I feel like it's still broken? Actually, I've just realized something. The start wave is going to need to handle this. X, so start wave. We're going to do that and that. I think it's going to have to handle this. The reason I say that is... Actually, no, because the issue I have at the moment is I'm just thinking, so you finish a wave and you're sitting there. It's like, cool, wave's done. If it is this this conditional thing, so actually in both cases, this needs to happen where we update the wave count, but we don't. Because at the moment what happens is when we finish a particular wave, we need to update the wave count even if it's on a pause build phase. Because what we would do is we would go and we say spawn groups, not the spawn groups, enemy base. Where is it? This. This is a... Does this get set anywhere? Build spawn pool? No. Oh yes, spawn groups. What does spawn groups contain? It does... No, it's this that we want. Thank you. I can't move, there's a cat one. So what we want to do here is actually want to promote this to a variable. Now, if it is a build wave, see now all of a sudden we can do like a whole bunch of additional code where we can move this around like this. Because we've set that at the start of the wave, we've got the information. We do this and we basically check the state of this round now. Yeah, that'll work. So we increment this, we check if we start the next wave or we win, okay? If it is start next wave, that's where we actually now need to come and do the build wave thing. Because now, actually before that, we can go and do the announcement. So we update the UI. That. Then if it is a build wave, we will go true. we'll say, we basically want to say show next wave start button. So now in my HUD that exists somewhere, what is the condition for this button being told to leave? Wave starting. Is that called? So actually just say start wave. Edit this. Designer. Phase. Start wave. Oh, it's just a standard button. There is no code for that. UI common. It's just common string tables. That's the one. It could be start wave. It could be, we're calling it start wave, but it could be start wave. It could be. What's the other thing it could possibly be? Term I'm looking for. Start wave or ready. That's the one I'm looking for. So there. HUD. This one. Quit to desktop. Start. This technically should just call on wave start. So this we don't do anymore. Get visibility. In that case, we'll just, I'm just going to cheat. Insert on build. Do I have anything about a build in here? Build. Oh, I've already got an on build phase start, which takes a float. And delete that. So what we can do is just call the delegate then construct on build phase start. Build phase start does what? Visible. Huh, I've actually set this all up. So all I should need to do, other than change this delegate type, is call build. So hard to type. Call build phase start, like that. So that should just work. Let's check. So that should work, which is pretty good, pretty simple. Now what I want to check is where it's like suspiciously simple. I want me suspicious when it's that simple. Right, now when you see which ones of these are set as build phases. Build phase true, okay, fine. Let's make this one a build wave. Save it, press play. Start wave. That's one, that's two. it should pause now, basically, is what we're expecting. And it should say, okay, so this guy should die. Wave ends. Wave 2. Bold face, so there. So now it should go to the top one. True. Wave 2, start wave. And then you can still build. Do some other things. Upgrades. Okay, I'm ready. Start wave. And it works. To be completely honest, I didn't think it was going to be that easy to set up, but apparently I had already set up a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna eat first, then I'm gonna show progress. Are you streaming, Temptic, or are you just gonna send me some progress photos of your game? Or are you talking to North and just ignoring me? Am I in that channel that you mentioned, Temptic? Live notifications? No. No, I'm not. I just have to wait. I should make a build of my game and put it up so Tempted can play and get some feedback. Weirdly, that shouldn't have shown there. Huh? Why did that show? Is this true? Oh, because it does it after there. Right, so the build phase is after this wave. Is there a build phase? I mean, yeah, okay, I can get my head around that. So that, wait, so that worked. Un momento, si vous plaît. Thank you, Bubbles. Magic hand that brings me coffee. My back hurts so much right now because I need to sit up straight, but I don't want to move. My elbow actually hurts a ton. But the cat is happy, so I'm not moving. There he goes, manifesting in the ether. You wanted a magic show? Spawning is false. That's correct. So now it should finish, and now we have to start the next wave. I start, and this is wave 3. Da, da, da. And it will complete. Which means that we've got the win condition once again working. Are things working today? They are. It's weird. I'm unsure about this. Like, I'm gonna commit it quickly because it actually all worked. Why are there so many changes? Because I'm busy working on the obsidian stuff inside of this same one. Oh, that's the worst. I know, right? So nothing from obsidian gets copied. That one. When things suspiciously work. Like, it's cool that it works, and I'm glad that it works, but it was just like, there was a bunch of stuff that I thought I was going to have to do that apparently past me already did, and it was like, it was actually set up in not the worst way, and I'm like, oh, the little part of your brain that pokes at your confidence, yes, it's that little part of their brain. It's going to break soon, and you know it's going to break, it has to break. Exactly. Get, win, wave spawning. Wave spawning, working with end of wave. Now I need to get, and this is the part that I'm actively like avoiding. What is up with the random ones that it shows? Oh, I forgot to commit these. Add missing CPP code to last commit. So technically the only thing left for my enemy system was 2 pieces, and there's 2 pieces that I kind of don't want to work on, but I need to work on, because then the enemy system is there. So what we can't do at the moment is lose. The enemies can get to the end and just, that's it. I think I'm actually going to pull a Marius here and take like a chapter out of Marius's book. Instead of sitting here trying to figure out how I can make my enemies line up correctly when they attack the cube, what I'm going to do instead, the fuck is a Marius? It's a new phrase I have. It's a thing where instead of trying to figure out the whole thing and implement all the different pieces like I usually do, just get the small piece working that I actually need. So what I mean is, the enemies need to get to this cube and attack it, right? That's what they need to do. Now, what I would do is figure out how do I get them here, get them to walk around correctly? You mean like a rational programmer? Yes. Yes, exactly. So what my brain's telling me to do is figure out how do we get them to walk here, move around, and attack. But what the Marius principle would say is when they get to the end, just attack the cube. They don't even need to show an animation. The health of the cube just needs to decrease on, I don't know, a timer. That's it. Because at that point, the win condition works, the lose condition works, and you can polish and make it look pretty later on. I love how that's like a rational program. Why do you come here again, Seculos? I'm confused why this is specific to Marius, because Marius keeps telling me to do this, and I keep going, no, I'll do it my way. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, actually, wait. I can finish this task if I just do it like that and then polish it later when it actually needs it, instead of trying to polish it now. No, the worst part about this is I can actually even do it in a way where they still attack. No, what's up with you? What's up with your face? You trying to take a nap? This cat is almost falling off the table. Mary's trying to hand you some padding so you're not slamming your head directly against a wall, and you're like, nope, I like that wall. It's a cozy wall. I feel like when the cat comes and takes a nap at my table, she's telling me that, oh, she's not here for food, she's actually just here for vibes. She wants warm. She's on fire. You are warm. She wants warm. Maybe. It's not that cold. It's 15 degrees. Oh, she's standing up. She's standing up. I'll stretch my elbow quickly. Oh, my elbow shouldn't have been able to click like that. The internet can see you. Yes, they can see the little kitty. Cats have a higher body temperature. That explains why she enjoys cuddling Bubbles so much on the couch under the blanket when it feels like it's so hot outside already, and she's just like, oh, this is the best. She loves to sleep under blankets and duvets and all sorts of things. I think there's also a safety thing about feeling like you're covered. Like it's a thing of protection. It's very nice in winter though. But what I find interesting about winter is when we're sleeping in winter on the bed, she won't go under the blankets very often. she'll be quite comfortable. Oh my, that's an interesting way of sitting on my hand. She'll be quite happy to just chill on top of the blankets. But as soon as we get out the bed, she's like, nah, bro, this is now the whole underneath this bed is mine, under the blankets. My cat used to snuggle to the baseboard heater and would have like burns on her belly at times. Damn. Enemy base. Hurry. Hurrying lamp strat. I call my cat the grumpy plum lump when she does this. Fair enough. We have radiators on the wall. She doesn't really sit next to them. And my mother's... Wait, do you have ads, Sukilos? Why would I have ads? Oh, you have turbo, of course. So, in my mother's apartment, where my mother lives, she's got the water radiators. So those are usually quite thick, and there's like a grill on top that you can like put stuff on. And the cat loves to sit on the top. The poor woman, go on. The cat loves to sit on top there in winter because it just radiates like a good amount of heat. So they just sleep on there in the winter. We've got electric radiators, so you can't really sit on top of them, and they get like way too hot to be able to really sit on top of them. But my study is usually always super warm anyway. Cats will burn out themselves doing that kind of stuff. Yeah. Luckily that one doesn't get super hot, so we're not as worried. My study gets quite warm, but that's because I've got 3 computers running technically most of the time. I'm so glad I set this up because I'd already forgotten about that. So what we want to do here is we want to have set enemy state, death, hide. I've seen videos of cat lighting themselves on fire, sticking up to space heaters that have exposed heating elements. That's terrifying. Hide state, walk state, attack state. Aha. Show coins. I'm not sure if you can play a montage anymore, so I guess what I do is I get the skeletal mesh, play animation, but does playing an animation give me all the components that I want? Let's go to the skeletal mesh, find out where that is. Rampage. There's an attack. Okay, so there is a montage. So let's take that. I think I actually had this already done. Dun, 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 dun. It wouldn't. Oh, she's getting angry with me. She's getting angry. So we're playing animation, and for this one, we're going to set it to attack. We could actually still use get next animation. And then, so we actually damage the module. Interesting. So we get the module of type. Oh, I need to move you back just like a touch. Just there we go. There we go. Okay. Oh, she's giving me the stink eye. She's like, "You, why did you move me? Why would you do this?" So, Sukilos, what is your next project that you're working on? Because you seem to be having a lot of fun with these like virtual animation things. Death, war. Let's go animation montage. Anim montage. Object reference. Montage anim. That and that. Set that as an array. Right now, I'm working on a blog post, trying to do one every Sunday. Been successful so far. Nice. Next animation is going to be an orange peel piece. Organ piece. Or B for an organ piece. Orange peel is crazy. I just imagined you had like just a very specific orange peel like asset and you were going to make something around that. I like to sit inside your head someday just to see what happens while you're reading, because your imagination seems to be doing OT to mess with you. I just thought that was more interesting, you see? So if it is, we're going to do deep AAA. BP base enemy dash get next animation. And we have a space. Actually, do we need a space? If I do this and let's do another one of these. Let's do that, remove that, put a space in. Like that, so we never have to worry about that again. File and save that. So then we go back. So then we're going to say no animations in the array. We're going to make it red, pink, and we're going to make it long. Compile and save. So that's safe now. So we shouldn't have a problem. And that should at least give me the error. Then what we're going to do is I'm very tempted to do Okay, so that should be fine. So that should actually... No, that won't play because it never gets called yet. So that should just do that. I don't know what's supposed to be is valid here. I would actually go like this. Enemy data. Where's this used? Animation montage, that. It's the duck song. We've got a reference to the enemy manager, right? Enemy manager. Right on time for duck. Let's actually not do any of this. We'll just do that. And we'll say attacking like that. You even have a duck emote now. So if I go back to the details panel, we get the enemy mesh, we go to the, not that one. That one. T2. Skins, rampage. Animations. Attack. Let's try A. Does this have... Yeah, we have an apply damage. Cool. So this needs to be added to enemy base. Compile. Add this one, so that should just work. Save. What'd you have for dinner today, Timtic? So that should work. Spaghetti with pumpkin and bacon. Oh, yummy. It is pumpkin season. Let's see if this works. Let's take a enemy. Can I expose his state? I mean, I probably can. If I go into here, enemy state, let's make it public. Expose and spawn. Instance editable, save. Let's say that he's set to attack. Let's see what happens. My mom is a Bible of pasta. Spaghetti squash is really good, baked with butter and salt. Spaghetti squash is indeed the English name. I thought spaghetti squash was its own thing, and there's another one that's more healthy. Is that the one where the spaghetti's made out of the squash? I'd like to know why you just get... Oh, I know why you might. Save. Go attack as the default save. F8. Very confused. Oh, because of visibility. Hidden, walk, attack. Do. Really, Tanith? You do like to do this, don't you? You're just like, no space for you. Here we go. Because by default, when we spawn, aha, so he is attacking. But is he? Ah, because he's playing the animation state. So what I actually need to do is make a function. Here, enemy state, hidden, save, and then I can set the state, so make this called an editor, and that will need to actually do this into here, this needs to go there, this needs to go there. Let's see if that works. Stop. Go back to the enemy. File and save. You should be callable from editor. Yeah, attack state. Go next, next. Play montage. Does the montage have a notify begin? On notify begin. Don't I need to have like a notification named for this to work? Print. Just does say hello, but it doesn't actually have a state. F9 and F9. What does that do? Guess what we do is we take this, we move it here, we put it back in here, we save this, we go into the attack anim, we open this one, and there is a notification anim called apply damage. Now how did that work? Notification name apply damage. Equal branch. Through attacking played anim called long green Y save, remove this and remove this, and we can remove that as well. We compile and save that, press play. F8, select U, and we go attack, finish loading, nothing. Okay. So now you see why that doesn't connect to between the two, which we will do. Anyway, let's find somebody to raid. Yes, my pretty girl, raid time. No. Who is live at the moment? Alright, I've got to show you my work progress. You did. Who can we do? Could do Mind Wrong or just Convo maybe? Let's do Mind Wrong. Ball says red. There we go. Thank you everybody for keeping me company. We made some good progress today, so it was a good day. Here is the raid message. There will unfortunately be no streams next weekend. I have a friend coming to visit from South Africa over the weekend, so I won't really have time. But I'll be back the following week, so I'll basically have a 1 week break. I'm sorry, Temtech. What will you do? Well, there's lots you can do. You could go to the YouTube and watch all the past clips. Shameless, selfless plug, but you know. But yeah, Temtech, I'll have a look at your stuff shortly. I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your week, and we will catch you in 2 weeks' time from now. So, whenever that is, I think that's like end of the month already. Wow, that's actually scary that we're already there. Yeah, I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Bye.